There are days when I want to slap my husband in the face. There are days where I do not want to talk to him. There are days I don't want to look at him, smell him, hear his name, okay? If you are not ready for those days, just continue to be by yourself, okay? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Maya with Keep It Real Sis, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today. Listen, I asked you guys to send me some questions, and there were so many questions that I could not answer them all. So I'm going to start with a question today, and I'm going to dig deep with this. I'm going to give you my real Keep It Real Sis answer. So my first question is, how do you know when you're ready to be in a relationship or to be a spouse? Listen, this is a question that I have dealt with so personally, to the point where I had to do a lot of self-work. It took me a long time, and I'm still getting there. It's something that you really just have to do a lot of self-work with, and to do a lot of inner healing and a lot of inner thinking with, because a lot of times we go through things, a lot of situations where the person that we may have been 10 years ago is not the person that we are today. And if we were to meet that person who we're supposed to be with today and we haven't done the work, we ain't ready. So my first piece of advice would be to heal. Many of you may know, many of you may have seen a previous live that I have done. I was previously married, and it was a marriage that I knew honestly that I should not have gone into. I knew literally days before the wedding that I was not supposed to marry him. And I ended up still doing it because I was like, all these people have already flown in. We've already paid all this money. Like, we'll just make it work. And don't do that. Listen, you have to heal. Whether I was healing before then or healing after. Even all the trauma that I caused myself to go through by still going through with it, I had to then later heal from it to get where I am now. And I tell my husband all the time now that I wanted to make sure that I was healed before I got married to him, because I did not want to allow my baggage from my previous relationship or relationships to seep over into my marriage now. So I would say definitely heal. You have to ask yourself a question. And I actually asked myself this question even now being married. Would you date yourself? Being in financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, would you date yourself? Would you be with yourself? And if your answer is no to any one of those areas, I would say that you're not ready. Because being in a relationship, being in a marriage is constant work. Because if you can't be ready to give constant work for yourself, with yourself, then how can you constantly make the sacrifice to be with somebody else? Listen, being married, being in a relationship is sacrifice. It is hard work. I know a lot of times those of us who are in relationships, let y'all see the good, the peachy, and all the peaches and cream and all that, the good days. But let me tell you, there are days when I want to slap my husband in the face. There are days where I do not want to talk to him. There are days I don't want to look at him, smell him, hear his name, okay? If you are not ready for those days, just continue to be by yourself, okay? That's number one. Then I would say, if you are dating, do not ignore the red flags. Those red flags that you see now are probably going to be flags that are going to come up again and again and again until that person that you are with is ready to let those things go. Of course, yes, we all take time to heal, and at some point they may say, hey, I'm ready to move on, I'm ready to let this go, I'm ready to do things differently. But until they're ready, you cannot make them change. If you are okay with how they are now, by all means be in a relationship. By all means say yes. By all means, for my brothers, get down on that knee and propose. But if you are not ready for who they are now, just pray about it and just continue to maybe date them, talk to them. But I would even say don't even commit. Don't even commit, because a lot of times we commit to people just like we commit to things, and we later find out that those little things that get on our nerves are just going to turn into bigger things, and they're going to turn into disagreements. They're going to turn into arguments. They're going to turn into things that then eventually allow it to become a toxic relationship. And there is a lot of work to try to get out from a toxic relationship. So just love each other, be friends, be cool until you know that those things are something that you can deal with, and you know that you yourself are healed. So that's my piece of advice for that question. I'm going to get to you guys the rest of the questions later, but I'm so glad that you came with that question, because that was good one, not only for you, but it was good for me to just step back and say, you know what, this is crazy, because I have had to heal. I have had to be like, nope, not that red flag. Nope, not yet. Nope, I'm not ready yet. So at the end of the day, just make sure that you're ready within yourself, and that the person that you're thinking about committing to is ready for you. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification button. I cannot wait to hear the rest of your questions, and I will see you guys next time on Keep It Real Sis.